In the following chapter, I'd like to present an alternative titler for EDIUS. This is VisTitle. The program VisTitle is not included with EDIUS 6. You have to purchase it separately. However, VisTitle integrates directly into the EDIUS 6 interface and is then available as an alternative title creation option. We've already discussed the quick titler that is included with EDIUS 6 and have seen what it can do. With it, you can perform most standard title creation functions. However, you can reach its boundaries if you wish to perform more complex layouts or even animated titles. At this point, VisTitle becomes an excellent option. With VisTitle, you can create nicer and more complex titles, as well as performing complex animations. And so, in this bonus chapter, I'd like to cover the basics of the VisTitle titler. I've reconfigured my EDIUS layout somewhat. I'd still like to open the bin window, however. So, I'll do that from here via View and Bin. And if VisTitle is installed, then I can, much like with Quick Titler, by clicking with the right mouse button in a folder within my bin, choose the New Clip option, and here we can see Quick Titler, but also VisTitle. And with this, I can call up VisTitle. If I call VisTitle up, the VisTitle interface will open, and I can start creating my title. However, especially for starting with, there is an easier method, and I'll show that now. To do this, I'll close the bin once more, and I'll go to the Tools menu. And in this menu, VisTitle has its own section, and it is the section here, the EDIUS Title Template Library. We can also call it up using the Ctrl and F12 key. Now, the VisTitle Template Library opens, and we can see that there are many templates to choose from. I'll make the window somewhat larger. And still, the previews are rather small, but no problem. Below, we can use this slider to enlarge the views. Somewhat like this. Now I can see on the left side there are also various categories. For the minute, I'm in the Layout 1 category, and we can see there is a large selection of templates. These don't just contain text, but also graphical elements. I'll go into the Layout 2 archive, and here I can see some other templates that look somewhat different, perhaps a little more extravagant. Then we have the Dynamic Template section. We can see here there is a small film symbol, and this implies that they are animated. We'll look at this somewhat later. And then below, there is another selection of preview archives, in which various previews are stored. The size of these titles makes it hard to see what the title looks like. Even if I zoom in somewhat, they still remain difficult to see clearly. And in order to see them more clearly, I can simply double-click on a template from the VisTitle template library, and then it will be shown in my EDIUS preview window. If I change into dual mode, then on the left-hand preview window, we can see the clips that will be inserted. And this is where my title is shown. And so I can preview all the titles I wish to, including the dynamic titles. And with these dynamic titles, we can click on the play button, and then we can actually see the title in its animated mode. So using this method, we can go through a variety of different titles and have a clear look at them before we decide which title we would like to use. As mentioned, in the following lessons of this bonus chapter, I'd like to cover some basics of the VisTitle program. Here, at On-Screen Training, we have a more detailed tutorial concerning VisTitle in our planning. However, whether we make this tutorial or not depends a bit on feedback we receive. And so, if you wish to have a tutorial concerning VisTitle that covers much more ground than this quick tutorial, then please send a mail to us at info@onscreentraining.com. And now, I hope you enjoy this bonus chapter concerning VisTitle.